Ceiling fans are a great addition to any room. Yes, they enhance the overall lighting, but they also lower your energy costs. In the summer, they create a cooling breeze, allowing for higher thermostat settings. While in the winter, reversing the fan circulates trapped warm air downward, reducing HVAC strain. So let's talk about installing a ceiling fan where you used to have a light fixture, or replacing an outdated fan that's been on your bucket list for a while. I'm Caleb the Contractor, and I'm here to help you cross this chore off your list. Before we get started, I need to be clear about what I can and cannot help you with in this video. I can help you replace a working light fixture with a new ceiling fan. I can help you replace a working ceiling fan with a new ceiling fan. I cannot help you replace a fixture that is sparking or has burn marks. You need to turn off the breaker and immediately call an electrician. Remember, everything can't be solved with just YouTube and grit. If you're unsure, your life and your family's safety is worth the price of a professional. Now, let's get started. Here's the list of supplies you need to do this job. Wire strippers, flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, voltage tester, wire nuts, pliers, ladder, another person, more on this later, and a new ceiling fan. First, we need to check our starting material. Are we going from light fixture to ceiling fan or ceiling fan to ceiling fan? Because there is a difference. Regular light fixtures only need one hot or power-bringing wire. That's what turns on the light. Ceiling fans typically need two hot wires, one regular hot wire for the light and a hot traveler wire for the fan. That way, these two actions can operate independently of one another. If you're replacing a ceiling fan with another ceiling fan, you likely have both wires. If you're replacing a light fixture, there's a chance that you don't have a traveler wire, which is usually a red wire. Once you remove the light, if you only have one hot wire, you'll need to buy a fan with wireless control. These fans only require one hot wire and makes use of a receiver inside the fan to control the light and the fan separately. Once you've sorted that out, turn off the power at the breaker box. Ensure power is off of the light or the fan by either testing with the voltage tester or turning on the switch to see if the light or fan turns on. If there is no light, you're good to go. If the tester lights up, there's still power going to the fixture, so you've turned off the wrong breaker. Go back to the panel and continue flipping breakers until you find the right one. Once you've found it, make sure to correct the label. Once you've confirmed the light is safe to work on, remove the old light or fan by undoing the hardware that connects it to the ceiling box. Inspect your light fixture to find the mounting hardware and carefully remove it with either your hands, a screwdriver, or a pair of pliers. Disconnect the light or fan wires from the wires in the ceiling box by removing the wire nuts and twisting the wires to separate them, making sure to hold up the light fixture so it doesn't fall down. Remove the bolts that are attaching the fixture base to the ceiling box using either a flathead or Phillips head screwdriver, depending on your specific bolts. Once removed, set the old fixture to the side and unbox your new ceiling fan and lay the parts out. Before you begin the mounting process, go ahead and assemble the fan according to the manual that came with it. Connect your fan base mount to the ceiling box using the provided bolts by placing the bolts into the adjustable slide mounts and use your Phillips head screwdriver or flathead screwdriver to tighten them. Some fans come with hardware that allow you to hang the fan from the ceiling box while you connect the wires. If your fan does not come with this, please ask an additional person to help you install the fan, as it can be dangerous to try and hold the fan while attaching the wires. Once the base is attached, you can attach the fan wires to the ceiling box wires with your wire nuts or whatever hardware comes with your fan. Connect your hot wire, black, to the hot wire and your neutral wire, white, to the neutral wire in the ceiling box. Then do the same for your ground wires. If you are controlling the fan separately from the light and have a traveler wire, which is often red, wired into your ceiling box, connect that to the traveler wire on the fan. If you have a traveler wire that you're not using, you can do one of two things. Either tie it off with a wire nut or connect it in line with the other hot wire. Just know that if you tie it off with a wire nut, you won't be able to use your wall switch. If you tie it in with the hot wire, you will be able to use the switch, but it will both turn on the light and the fan, not separately. Once you've connected all the wires, gently push the ceiling fan up to the base, ensuring no wires are pinched or compressed too tightly. Attach the fan to its base using the supplied hardware. Restore power at the breaker and use your switch or remote to test that the fan is working. Voila! You have installed a new ceiling fan. This took roughly 1 hour of labor and less than $100 in supplies. No matter if you're a homeowner looking to lower your cooling bill, a renter hoping to personalize your space, or an investor wanting to do more for your tenants, I'm here to help you do this job. I'm Caleb the Contractor. Until next time.